What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode. So I am here actually at my parents' place, and for those of you guys that don't know, this is the shop that Matthew Motors all started in. So I'll give you a little tour around here and show you a couple of the toys we got in the shop here, and then we're gonna get the truck loaded up into the trailer and we're gonna take it back to the shop. So here we got Dad's 30 Model A. You guys have seen this one in prior episodes before. So we got Dad's car here in the corner. This here is Scott, which you've actually seen Scott, I believe, in the Mustang video. It was quite a few episodes ago, but this is actually a Chevy. It's not a Ford. So I believe they were working on kingpins or something here in the front. That's why they got this wheel off and all torn apart. So yeah, I'd love to get some more videos on this, but not sure when we'll be able to get it out and show you guys more. And then what we got going on today is we got the truck. This is a 67 Chevy C10. We did a full frame off restoration on this thing. You know, dropped it down a couple inches, and yeah, I mean, I'll show you guys more after we get it back to the shop. But basically, we got to get this back to the shop. We have to do a couple things to it. I'd rather just work on it in the shop than here. But this is the shop this is where Matthew Motors all began. Here's a picture of our old logo. Well, that's when we first started, but this is it. This is where Matthew Motors first started. We had one lift about right where Scott's car is. We fit about 2 cars in here, as you can see, and this is where it all started. So we built this, and I just started doing it. Just started doing, you know, working on friends and family's car, just doing little jobs here and there, and then it turned into a business, and that's, you know, turned into what we are today. So yeah, I'm gonna get this truck fired up and get it up top there and load it into the trailer, and we're gonna get it back to the main shop, and I'll give you guys a little walk around of it. Alright, so now that we got this thing back to the shop, I'll give you guys a little walk around, tell you the story on this truck here. So it's a 67 truck. we started with just a frame. It was already a short bed frame. We found that first. Then we picked up a donor truck, which had this whole front cab on a long bed frame. Then we found the short bed at actually a local junkyard. So that's kind of what we started with. This truck has gone through a couple different engines. It's currently just has a this is a 350 crate motor. You know, just kind of dressed up a little bit, made it nice. There's a time it had a 327 in it. There's a time it had a 383 stroker in it. So it's gone through a couple different things, but all in all, you know, pretty solid truck. We left this thing all manual. It still has manual brakes, still has manual steering. Yeah, the manual clutch with the Z-bar and everything, all that's still in there. We didn't do too many upgrades. We did do an aluminum radiator just because we wanted this thing to run cool and not have any overheating issues. And then we updated like the ignition and stuff like that. So all in all, we wanted to keep it pretty original. We did do a drop kit on this. I think this is dropped 4 inches, but it does have a little bit of a rake. We got big and little tires here. We did the conversion to 5 lug instead of, got rid of that 6 lug just so we'd have more wheel options to put on this. Let me give you a look inside here. The transmission, we did a T5 out of a 86 Camaro, and then we did the S10 tail shaft to bring it up, so we wanted to keep the original bench seat. We got the new radio in there, all original HVAC stuff, and then we did these custom gauges over here with the auto meter, but we reused the original bezel, and then we did the glove box over here to match. And then so the whole interior is painted black. Left it pretty. That is the original column as well. All we did is, it used to be out here, we moved it in probably 7-8 inches. Just pushed it closer so you got a little more leg room and for your lap and everything. Put a different wheel on it. So this is also all original glass. I know on a lot of these trucks they get rid of this piece here. They get rid of the wing window and they put a full piece of glass. These mirrors are actually, if you can see there, it says FOMOCO. So these mirrors are actually off of a Ford, but there was a time I had a 70 K10 and pulled those mirrors off of that. When we first had this truck, we did the whole floors brand new, rockers, cab corners, all that stuff was brand new. Other than that, it was pretty solid. This bed is pretty solid as well. I want to say there's a little bit there, a little bit here, and in the corners there's a little bit of rot, but nothing major. This corner looks pretty good. So all in all, pretty solid truck. We did put a hitch on it. It's got the American Racing torque thrust on it. We kept this has the original 12-bolt rear end in it. Stock, it came with a 373. We just made it into a posi gear instead of the open, but that's the original 12-bolt with the trailing arms and everything. We left the disc on the back, but we swapped out. That has all Moser axles and internals in there because it has the 5 lug, so all that stuff good to go there. Trying to think of what else I could tell you about this thing. All in all, this thing drives great. It's a lot of fun to drive, and yeah, it's just a blast. It really is a fun little truck. It's, you know, a hot rod truck or street truck, whatever you want to call it. All right, so we got the truck back here at the shop. I actually took the time and pressure washed it, gave it a bath. There's a lot of cobwebs and just dirt and dust sitting on the hood and everything on this thing. So got it cleaned up. Now that it's back at the shop, well, let me tell you the whole reason why it's back at the shop. This truck's actually going to be going up for sale. We built this truck, well, we started on it about 9 years ago. Took us about 2 years to build it. We did a full frame off restoration. Like, the frame on this thing's super clean, and yeah, I mean, it was a fun truck, but honestly the last 2 years I think I've driven this truck once or twice, maybe 3 times in the past 2 years. I just don't drive it, kind of lost interest in it. But now that it's back at the shop here, we do have to do an alignment. There's a camber, or not a camber, I think it's a caster issue actually. We're probably gonna have to put upper control arms on this thing to get that caster right where we actually want it, so then we can get the alignment in spec, and this thing will drive all right. It does drive good. It's just when you take turns, the far steering just kind of like falls on top of itself, and it's a caster issue. I got a good feeling of that. So anyways, I might do a video on that, might not. But yeah, after we get the A-arms on this, alignment done, yeah, keep your eyes peeled on Facebook Marketplace if you're interested in it. I'll probably post this in the next like week or so. And yeah, I don't know exactly what I'm going to list it for yet, but if you guys are interested, take a look at that. Yeah, would love to sell it to someone I know. That'd be kind of cool. So I wouldn't, so I'd always know where it's going and everything. But anyways, yeah, that's thanks for sticking around for another episode. If you guys like this one, remember to hit the little like button and all the little doodads down there. But yeah, thanks for all the support. Hope you guys like this one. I'll see you guys soon.